Hey everyone. Hello, Aquarius. We're reading for the air signs. I just read for Libra, and we're going to go ahead and see what this full moon in Aries that's coming up in October has in store for you guys. Happy fall season, happy spring season for those of you who might be who are in the southern hemisphere or from the southern hemisphere. I don't know if there's anybody who watches my videos from the southern hemisphere, but if you do, you're more than welcome here. And I hope that you guys are enjoying your new season. Happy October. You guys should be seeing this by the month of October. It's finally here. It's been some heavy energies lately with these eclipses, and we have a super full moon coming up in Aries. So I believe it's on the 6th and or the 7th of October. So please pardon my lack of energy, I guess. I feel like I'm kind of speaking kind of slowly. I have, yeah, I've just been kind of really needing to take it easy. I've been very busy lately, and my body has just been very, very tired. So Aquarius, this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and rising placements, ancestors of light, messengers of light. Please come to me, be with me as I speak to Aquarius, those born under the sign or the constellation of Aquarius in their sun, moon, or rising placements. Please check your moon and rising placements for deeper resonance. I am reading, if you're listening for your sun sign, you are more than welcome to, but this may resonate in a different way if you're listening for your sun sign. So I would suggest that you do check your sidereal and Western astrological placements, or I'm reading for both of those charts. So if you're listening for your Western astrological messages, then your sun sign is probably going to be more resonant for you. But if you're listening for more sidereal, you can still check out your sun sign for sure. But if you listen for your moon or your rising sign, it's going to resonate a little bit, maybe a little bit more deeper than your sun sign. Okay, just putting that out there. I'm going to take a sip of coffee again. Okay, guys, Aquarius. We're going to talk about the Aries full moon that's coming up in the next week or two. I would say, yeah, the next week. It's coming up in the next week. And what this full moon, this super moon has in store for you guys. Okay, I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet as best I can. I'm trying to keep these videos under 30 minutes. If anything, under 25 minutes. So that way you guys aren't sitting here watching almost a full movie of my readings. I know that can be a lot. So I'm trying to keep them short for you guys, Aquarius. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and see what the ancestors and my guardians and protectors have in store as far as messages for you guys. Ooh, one second. Okay, so we have sobriety. It says, my clear mind is easily able to focus and concentrate. So Aquarius, this doesn't necessarily, when it says sobriety, it doesn't necessarily mean that you guys are dealing with substance abuse. Maybe you have somebody in your life who does have a problem with substance abuse, right? Oh no, where did my incense go? Okay, it fell into my jar. It's okay. I had an incense burning on my altar, and it fell into the jar that I had it in. Anyway, that was so distracting. But maybe that's what you're dealing with. Maybe you're dealing with a lot of distractions. Maybe you're trying to distract yourself from a lot of things that are going on inside of you, or maybe you're healing from that and you are actually doing a better job at getting rid of distractions, Aquarius. This is a time where, and again, if you are dealing, if you're dealing with someone in your life who may have experienced substance abuse, or they are on the, if they are, whether it's alcohol, drugs, maybe there's an eating disorder, I don't know. Maybe there's a sexual thing that they're addicted to. I see that they are going to be on the mend finally. This is a blessing. Okay. Others of you, I'm still seeing, yeah, because at the bottom of the deck, I didn't even see this. You have watched over. So Aquarius, you guys, you and your loved ones are safe. You guys are being looked after. All of your prayers, all of your yearning and your longing, and if you shed some tears while you were praying for these things, your ancestors, your guardians, your protectors, the entities that look after you, the spirits that look after you and are in alignment with your soul's path, they get you. They get you. They see you. And it's a very beautiful thing, Aquarius. But just make sure, whatever it is that you're dealing with, it does not have to be substance abuse. It can just be that maybe you've realized, I've just been so distracted lately, and I want to be clear-headed at all times as best I can. That's great. That's great, because it can also just be, whatever's going on in the news in your area, whatever's going on in the news internationally. You have watched over again. You also have compassion. Libra got this as well. So it looks like it's possible that the air signs, you guys are going to get the same messages. And we have trust. So there is something going on in your life that has been going on in your lives, Aquarius, leading up until now, leading up until the Aries full moon in October, that you really had to trust the process. Yeah, you really had to trust the process. And again, I'm getting this energy for you guys, Aquarius, where it's like you feel like you have to check in a lot of the time. You got to make sure that everything is lined up. It's understandable. It's understandable. Continue to do that. Continue to check in with yourself and to make sure, am I thinking straight? Is there anything that's distracting me? If it's social media, maybe it's social media that's kind of distracting you a little bit, and you're thinking too much into what social media is saying instead of having your own thoughts. So maybe you need to, if you're on social media, that's fine. I'm not here to say stop scrolling, stop it. You do whatever you want. I believe in free will wholeheartedly. Do whatever you want, but don't, I would say, if you're worried about getting consumed by what you are looking at or what you're listening to, then maybe this is the time to really think about, how can I detach my spirit and my mental body from what I'm looking at or what I'm listening to or what I'm reading. And, it's okay to read things and to listen to people and listen to podcasts, but at some point you kind of have to pull, when it's done and you move on with your day, right? Trust the process, Aquarius. You guys are going to be fine. I do see that. If there is substance abuse or someone that you're dealing with in your life who suffer, and maybe it's somebody in your family, maybe it's a genetic thing, or maybe it's your significant other, I don't know. Whoever this is, they are soon to be on the mend. But it's really going to call for you to have a lot of compassion, because if you're dealing with somebody else who's trying to be sober, they may not have gotten the love and the attention and the compassion that they needed to not get themselves into this drunken state or this addictive state in the first place, right? Some of you guys are someone's saving grace. Like, you guys really mean a lot to somebody because of your compassion. And for those of you, maybe you're realizing that you need to have more compassion on somebody or on others. And that may feel kind of scary to kind of step into, especially if you've been dealing with a lot of heartache in your life. It can be kind of scary, but be compassionate, Aquarius. Don't be so hard on yourself, because maybe there are those of you got out of a relationship or you had a family that was very hard on you. Maybe you didn't get the same amount of compassion from your parents or from a past lover or an ex. I don't know. And you're still kind of, you don't realize that you're still carrying that heavy weight with you. So you and somebody else, ooh, Sagittarius. Okay. Some of you guys have Sagittarius in your chart, and some of you guys are dealing with a Sagittarius who is unhealed. This person wants freedom. They always have, but they were not given the freedom to be themselves. If you're dealing with somebody who's a Sagittarius, but if you have Sagittarius in your chart, you want freedom. Some of you guys, you can really connect with a Sagittarius and talk to them if you want advice on how to be free, how to free yourself, and not how to not care so much about what someone else's opinions of you and your existence are. It might be a really good time to talk to Sagittarius, because I feel like it may sound strange, but I really do believe that Aquarius and Sagittarius have a lot in common. Yeah. There's a lot of cards here. I'm going to take the ones that really showed themselves to me. So you have sextile, which is harmony, ease, and compatibility. And then you have full moon. So we are talking about the full moon. So under this full moon in Aries, Aquarius, there's a couple things that could happen with you guys. We have Mercury at the bottom of the deck. Yes, I love seeing that. That is air. That is air energy. That is communication. So Aquarius, here's what I'm seeing for you guys. Okay, take what resonates, leave what does not. You may have a Sagittarius in your life who has taught you in one way or another how to free yourself and liberate yourself from the past. This could be a parent, where if you look at your parent, you may realize how unhealed they have been. You may realize the struggles that they've been through, and you're like, I don't want to go through that. I want to do better. Right? I want to learn how to not fall into that trap that maybe your mom or your dad fell into, or a grandparent fell into. If you have Sagittarius anywhere in your chart, check and see where that is, if you know what time you were born. But if you don't, that's totally fine. Others of you, the other scenario is there is a Sagittarius who is being pushed in your life, who is finally being pushed to grow and to thrive, and to have more compassion on you and compassion on themselves. And you and this Sagittarius, or you and, it doesn't even have to be a Sagittarius. It can be somebody where there's Mercury in their chart. So it could be Virgo or Gemini, where these people or this individual is finally stepping into a new version of themselves. And your relationship with this person is going to grow and prosper in ways that you never saw coming. This is someone that you do trust. For some of you, this is an individual where no matter what anybody says about them, you trust that this person is always going to have your back. You trust that this person is going to heal. You have faith in this person. And this person also has faith in you. This is very beautiful to see, Aquarius. Okay. So that's not going to resonate with everybody, but I do sense that this Aries full moon is really going to bless a lot of people out there. It's going to bless a lot of relationships, because the sun is in Libra. That is, Libra is all about balance, feng shui, yin and yang, you know, togetherness, you know, remodeling, whether it's remodeling your life, remodeling your body, remodeling your home, whatever. This is beautiful change, you guys. Let's go ahead and pull 2 tarot cards for you guys. Oops, we're gonna see. All right, there they go. I don't know, I'm getting the number 2 since it's Libra season. I feel like it's just just even though number 2, you feel that with Gemini, but for some reason the number 2 is what came to mind for Libra season. So, okay. So we have the 9 of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, we are actually in a month number 9. Okay. And as I'm reading this, it is September. It's like the second to the last day of September. But if you're watching this in October, September was a month number 9. Okay. October is a month number 1. As you exit September, as you've exited September, it felt very, for some of you, it could have felt a little bit heavy when it came to communication. It could have felt like communication was just kind of broken down in weird pieces, and you're just like, am I saying this right? Am I communicating right? You know, am I communicating in proper ways? Is this an appropriate time to bring this up? You know, September could have felt kind of weird when it came to communication, when it came to social media. Like, it could just be that the way you received communication and gave communication was just feeling a little off. And so, but with the Wheel of Fortune here, it's showing me that, you know, you just had to kind of wait for September to kind of exit, you know, make its exit. Things in October may feel a lot better communication wise. Okay. Let's go ahead and clarify these cards really quickly for you guys. Let's clarify the 9 of Swords for you guys. It could be that maybe, you know, maybe with this person, yeah, okay, perfect. We have the 10 of Swords. Love seeing that. So that means that the awkwardness and the weird energies that really were stale and stagnant when it came to communication, and how it came down to your thoughts and just the energy of Mercury. Okay, how you correspond with other people at work, how you express yourself. Oh, wow, the bottom of that, we have the air element, expansion, intellect, and inquisitive. So yes, Aquarius, when it comes down to your communication, how you correspond with other people at work or through text message, through email, you have the Queen of Rods. This is Leo, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So there's that fire energy again. There's definitely somebody here where you've had some really like tough communication with, or tough conversations with, over like throughout your life with them, or over the past year or two. And if this is not just one person, it's just multiple people, and you know, September just really felt kind of off. But in the month of October, all of that is ending. Just let it end. You know, don't try to hold on. Don't try to get your point across. Don't try to force somebody to see your point of view, you guys. This is not the time for that. This is a time to kill the ego during this full moon. This is a time to let go of what anybody might think of you. You're not here to fix that. You're not here to fix what others think of you and what they believe. You're just here to fix whatever you need to fix about yourself, and whatever messes you've gotten yourself into. It's time for you to get yourself out of it and clean up whatever mess you've created for yourself. Okay. But I do see that there are those of you, Aquarius, where there is specifically a Sagittarius. It could be a Virgo. It could be a Gemini, who you kind of struggled with, but it's like there's still love there. But there is something that they have placed some type of, I don't know, they have some type of effect on you, or they have had some type of effect on you. And it's like within your relationship with this person, you've learned to create independence and to show them like, hey, I need my freedom. But at the same time, giving them the freedom to be who they are. So it could be that there's a relationship where you just never really knew how to communicate with somebody, and you're just like, I don't know what to say to this person. You know, some of you guys, you do watch after this person. It's almost like you want to make sure that they're okay. You check in with them a lot. Let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune. You have a lot of compassion for them. But all I'm getting is that you have to trust that they're going to be okay. You know, you don't have to hold their hand. Okay. If you're worried about this person deep down inside, whether you talk about it or not, they're okay. They're going to be fine. They have to learn their lessons. You're not there to save them from their karma or the lessons that they need to learn. They need to learn for themselves. But I do sense that things are going to get better for between you and this person. Things are going to get better for you in your life, Aquarius, when it comes to your freedom, when it comes to travel. Okay, don't be afraid to travel. Don't be afraid to get on a plane, you know, because Mercury also talks about, you know, travel. You know, buying tickets to a concert, or buying tickets for a flight, or to catch a train, or to get on a bus. Okay, so then we have the Leo card of strength. I love seeing that, clarifying the Wheel of Fortune. So then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So your money is definitely, like, when it comes down to your money, when it comes to your physical health, when it comes to physical, tangible things in your life, Aquarius, those things are going to feel so harmonious. It's going to feel so easy during this full moon in October. You first just kind of have to, because the Queen of Coins, she's very compassionate, right? Like she takes care of the people she loves. She takes care of her family. She makes sure that, you know, you have food in the refrigerator and in the pantry. She makes sure things are clean. She makes sure her kids are fed and taken care of. She makes sure everybody gets what they need. Anytime you ask the Queen of Coins or the Queen of Pentacles for anything, she's like, I got you, right? Some of you guys could be in the healthcare system as well. You guys may take care of people in hospitals. Maybe you work at a hospital. Maybe you're an RN. Maybe you're a doctor's assistant or a nurse's assistant. Maybe you work at the front desk as a receptionist in a hospital or a clinic. Maybe you work as a therapist or maybe it's more mental health related, but you have to be one-on-one with people. If not, then, you know, you have that tendency to be that way for your family and your friends and your significant other, if you have a significant other right now. But Aquarius, you guys don't need to worry about these people, the people that you love. They're going to be okay. They're going to be all right. Continue to have compassion on yourself. Continue to have compassion on them. Trust the process. If there is someone that you're worried about and you've just been kind of having some, like, the communication with this person, especially if they're trying to get sober, the communication may be a little bit off because this person is going through a lot of change and transformation that they've never been through before. So if you're dealing with somebody who is kind of weaning themselves off of drugs or off of alcohol or whatever, you're going to have that breakdown in communication where it's not going to feel as smooth, but eventually it's going to get better with the Wheel of Fortune. Continue to stand strong, continue to stand in your power and to be confident. The Strength card is someone who is confident in what they've prayed for. They know that, because the Strength card is a woman holding a lion's mouth, maybe not open, but she's kind of holding on to that lion saying, hey, I'm not afraid of you. It's fine. You don't have to be afraid of me either. It's kind of doing that where in your relationships, if you're afraid that someone is going to let you go or someone is going to leave you or whatever, you're afraid that the relationship is not going to go the way you want, Aquarius, you have to let that go. You don't need to be afraid of this person. Like, it could be a parent who's very intimidating, or they're very egotistical, or they're very opinionated. And the best thing for you to do is just kind of, I don't want to say take it as a grain of salt, Aquarius, but you just, you know, whoever this is, you just have to, especially if it's a Sagittarius, the Sagittarians can be very explosive. The best thing for you to do if someone is throwing a tantrum or having a meltdown or trying to cause a fight with you, have compassion on them and just understand, okay, they're going through something. And just keep your cool and just let them shake it off. Let them walk it off. Eventually, they'll calm down and they'll understand that they were the one being the a-hole, not you. Okay? This can also be a child. Maybe you have a child who has some issues and you need to have compassion on them. It can be a lot of things, Aquarius. So I hope this made sense to you guys for the Aries full moon, super full moon in October. Much love and light to all of you. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, guys.